Boom. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Real Gonna Talk TV. Tonight, we got two special guests on. We got Uncle Mark, all the way from East London, big Hammers fan. And
Yo, what's up?
we got Ollie up top, all the way in Canada. How's it going over there, man? Is it snowing over there yet?
Nope.
Nah?
It still feels like summer.
Oh man, I thought you would be stuck under like 3 feet of snow by now.
Nope. T-shirt weather. You gotta get the guns out.
Yeah. All right. So guys,
Guns out, right?
yeah. As I said, Ollie, he's a Barcelona fan, so he's gonna hit you up with all the La Liga stats and his predictions. Uncle Hammer down there, it's in the name. He's a West Ham fan. We had him on last channel. The video did really well. And obviously me, I'm a Gooner, top of the league, where we deserve to be. And I actually think we're gonna win it this season. You know what I mean? What are you saying, boys? You agree with that, man?
Oh man.
I think it's okay to dream. It's it's healthy to dream.
No, we're at the top of the dream. We're at the
Dream
top.
with your mind and not your heart.
I got some bubbles for you if you like, Andre. I'll give you some bubbles if you like, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You need to cushion that fall.
Mm-hmm.
Arsenal's always first till January.
Oh man, go easy on me, boys. Go easy on me, man. Mark, I can't take them bubbles, man. Those bubbles always pop, you know. They always pop when you.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying to you, man. You know what I'm saying? So I'll just give it to you in advance. You know what I mean?
Right. I thought
You know what I mean?
leading on.
Just like your dreams, man. They fade and die, man. You know what I'm saying?
I would love nothing more. I would love to see nothing more than Arsenal winning a Premier League again. How long has it been? 20 years? 21 years?
21. No, 22.
Since what team?
Since the Invincible.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Not so invincible now, innit, man? You know what I'm saying?
You know
Now
what?
they have to be convincible.
Do you know what's bad about that stat? Yeah. Since we went invincible, teams like Chelsea have come. They've won everything. City have come, won everything. Man United have won the odd couple as well. Liverpool have come from behind as well to now dominating Europe. And we haven't won another one since. In fact,
let's not forget Leicester's Cinderella story.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Leicester City's won it as well. Like,
exactly.
It's almost like winning that golden trophy was a curse for us, man. You know what I mean? So
you know what? Dre? I will say something quite controversial. Hot take.
Go on.
Crystal Palace for Premier League.
Oh, come on, man. You know what I'm saying?
Crystal Palace, man.
I was with you up until that point, man.
Bro,
it's okay.
They don't have Eze anymore.
I know it really hurts the Hammers to hear about Palace.
It does.
But,
it does. It does.
You gotta give credit where credit's due.
Their coach is brilliant, man.
Yeah. What's the coach's name? He's a young coach, isn't he?
No, he's not young. Glasner, I think his name is. He used to be Eintracht Frankfurt's manager, and when we was in the semi-finals of Europa League a few years ago, it was Eintracht Frankfurt, and their crowd, they call them. It's similar to like Dortmund, where they call their crowd the Wall. And like in Stratford, all their guys, their guys don't know any form of transport other than walking. A whole heap of them came down to London Stadium, man. It was impressive, and their team played really well.
Yeah.
But I was surprised that it's translated to the Premier League. He's done an excellent job there, man.
He's doing a really good job, isn't it?
Yeah.
I know that Eintracht misery. They came into my stadium and outsounded my own fans at Camp Nou.
Wow.
Yeah.
Beat Barcelona as well in Europa League.
The Germans,
yes.
They're passionate.
Yes.
Fans, yeah.
Yes, it was that same year. I think it was that same year where
it was the same year they played West Ham. Yeah.
Yeah, because we was talking about, we was hoping to meet up in the semi-finals, and you guys flopped. And we flopped as well in the end.
It was the only time I ever supported West Ham, and you guys let me down.
Yeah, we flopped, man. We did flop. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But yeah, they're a good team and they've got good players. And here's a funny one for you, actually. We've actually done you a favour, West Ham, this season, because if you recall on transfer deadline day, Mark Gee was meant to go to Liverpool.
I was gonna say
But
that it was
yes,
Glasner. It was Glasner who stopped it, didn't he?
because well, it was West Ham who stopped it because we went and bought. They went in for a Brighton centre half,
Mm,
Brazilian guy whose name's escaping me right now. And so Crystal Palace wanted to buy him to go and replace Mark Gee, and then Mark Gee was going to go to Liverpool, and but West Ham swooped in, and he obviously wanted to play for a big club, so he came to West Ham instead of Palace, and that's when they called off the transfer, and now you're seeing that Liverpool's defense is a bit shaky these days, so you know what I'm saying.
mm.
You can thank us for that, man. And the funny thing is, he's not even a starter. He's on our bench, but yeah, we've done you guys a favor
Mm.
as well as giving you your best player as well. So I think you guys, you know what I'm saying, you guys owe us some gratitude, you know?
Hey, I think we've got a really good chance at this season. I think the squad is well balanced and it's balanced with quality players. The only weaknesses I would say would be up front and on the left. Because up front, we've only got Gyökeres, who isn't in any really vein of form yet. You know, the team is still learning to play with him. And on the left, we haven't really addressed the left because I think we bought Eze to play on the left, even though he's not really a left winger. But now, because Odegaard's out, Eze is now going to be in the 10, which is where we want him, to be fair. So that left hand side, even though you got Trossard and Martinelli that can play there.
Exactly. Martinez's been scoring goals.
Yeah, man, but Martinelli, he's gone down in the pecking order. In my estimates, anyway, he's gone down. And Trossard, I call him Kung Fu Panda. Like, have you never noticed, like, under his eyes, they're quite dark? Yeah.
He looks old, man. You know, what I mean, you
He
think
looks like
he's
an
a
old
50
timer.
50-year-old.
I don't think he's a good starter. I believe he's a good impact sub. Same with Martinelli as well. I think Martinelli's a better starter than Trossard, but I believe they are both impact subs. And that's my only gripe with this team. Like, if we can get a decent left winger and a
But
decent,
remember, you've got Maduka or whatever his name is, just that he's injured, isn't it?
yeah, mad, but he can play on both flanks,
He
but
can play on both, yeah.
he is Saka's deputy. He's a
But I
role.
think but don't you think, well, you've got a few options, man. You've
We
got
have the option, but
yeah, you've got a lot of options. I don't think you've got the world's smallest violin ringing out for you, man. You know what I'm saying? It's about that small because, you know what I mean? You've got the young boy as well. Is it no, Nowaku?
Wanyeri,
Pardon?
Wanyeri,
Yeah, you got him. You've got the guy we just said before. I'm butchering his name, so I'm not even gonna
Madueke.
Madueke, and you've got the Brazilian. And you've got, as you said, Kung Fu Panda, man. Like you've got quite a few players there.
yeah.
See, your problem is I don't think Odegaard should be deployed as a number 10. I think he's more of a six than a 10.
I
That's
agree with you.
Yeah,
I
I think he's
agree with
more
you.
of a six.
Odegaard
I
is
think he's more of a,
soft. He's gonna get bullied in the six. I would say an eight,
I
not a
wouldn't say, yeah, I would say an eight. I would say an eight, but
well,
he's
yeah.
definitely
Yeah, either
definitely can't bring him
he
back
should
a
be
bit.
behind the 10 because he's good at spreading the play left and right,
Yeah,
moving dictating the
yeah.
tempo of the game,
yeah.
but not so much as an attacking midfielder. I think your what's his name? Eze
Eze, yeah.
Madueke. Yeah,
Eze,
Eze is a better yeah
Yeah,
is a better number 10.
okay.
Yeah, Odegaard, he can maintain possession, move the ball left and right.
He keeps the tempo. That's what he does. He
Yeah,
he sets the
yeah,
tempo of the team. Yeah.
yeah. He
yeah.
should not be in the number 10.
When he was in that position last week, we were scared, man. He was when he plays deep like that, it's worrying for the opposition because, as you said, his creativity, the way he switches play and stuff like that, it can be a problem for teams, And the
Mm.
way
Yeah,
he links up with Saka as well is really good. So, I think he's good. And you still got the German guy to come back as well.
Havertz.
You still got Havertz to come back, and he's gonna have a say in that team as well.
They call, you know what
I
he
think,
called himself? He called himself the donkey. He says that's his nickname, and he's been playing like a donkey. You know, he's only had like
well, Germans work hard. That's what they do. They play for the team.
I'll tell you
Yeah.
what, he does work hard. Yeah, he definitely does work hard.
And he's got skills, man. He's got, and you know, what I mean, he pops up with important goals.
Do you know what? Yeah, this is gonna sound very controversial coming from me. I didn't want him at this club, and then when he came in and he started firing in the goals, I actually wanted to put his name on the back of the black shirt. I don't know if you know the black Arsenal away kit.
Yeah, the African one.
I go, yeah, yeah, yeah. Like that kit, his name on the back of that kit looked nice, but I don't know, man. Havertz.
That doesn't make sense to me. 1 minute he went from not wanting him at all to wanting him on the back of your shirt.
Because he in that kit he was killing it. He was killing it in that kit. He was scoring goals in that kit, you know. But I don't. Oh boy, it's a tricky one with me and Havertz, man. I don't dislike him. I just don't think he will be the one to lead us to a title.
Spare parts. He should be there for injuries and down days.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I believe he's more of a link-up player than Gyökeres is. Much better link up than Gyökeres, but in terms of finishing, he's never in the box. Um, he's always playing deep for some reason. He's just never in the places that you need him to be. So
If
sometimes,
it was
go on.
if it was me and everyone was fit, I would have Gyökeres as the number 9. I'd
Mm.
have Havertz as the 10. I'd have Eze on the left, Saka on the right. Um, um, the Norwegian, what's his name? Sorry,
God.
I would have him as number 8 and Rice as the 6
Yeah, yeah.
So where are you going to put Marino?
on the bench.
Marino's one of the best goal scorers, man. He's been one
Yeah,
of your best and most
Right.
consistent goal
Wait,
scorers. So where are you going to put him?
I'd rather Havertz than Marino.
I don't see what Marino
I
does
don't
in the
know.
team apart from scoring. If Marino doesn't score, he doesn't usually play well.
Yeah, it doesn't impact the game as much. Yeah,
I think he's the best finisher at the club. But apart from that, I don't really see what he does. He works hard, yes. He doesn't really bully man off the ball. I don't really see him winning the ball back. He does these nice intricate passes, but they're like little 1-2 passes. It doesn't really advance the ball that much. Apart from his finishing, I don't see what else he does.
Okay, so
like him for his
if you
finishing.
had to pick if
Hmm.
you had to pick between him, it sounds like it's comparable with Odegaard. So if you had to pick between him and Odegaard, who would it be between
Odegaard.
the two?
Odegaard. Because Odegaard can pick out a pass. I haven't seen Marino pick out a pass yet.
He can. He can. He absolutely can. I've seen him. I've seen him do it for Real Sociedad. I've
I,
seen him do it in La Liga week in
just
and week
haven't
out.
seen him do it in the Premier League yet. Yeah,
Maybe he needs a little bit more time to adjust, but
maybe
he definitely can do it. I've
yeah. It depends
seen.
what you want in the team. Because who's the other central midfielder from La Liga who come over?
Mendy.
He's
um
he's
Zubimendi.
nice. He's
Zubi
nice.
Zubi is a traditional pivot. He can be the pivot all by himself, lone pivot.
You don't
He's
And
fall for
nice.
that, Oli.
had it not been for Rodri, Zubi would be number one
For Spain.
for the Spain team.
Right,
It'd be a
right,
definite starter.
Do you not think
right.
he's too small? He looks really small.
He does.
Um,
Role in the Premier League,
that's
anyway.
that's
Yeah,
that's okay though. Size don't matter. You had Busquets who was 90 pounds soaking wet dictating games. So you know,
yeah. But
it,
in the Prem, where Busquets would be okay. In the Prem, you also need to be aerially good in that position for the long balls and stuff. The central DM, you want him to have have some physicality to go and withstand the attacks. And I don't know if he, I don't know if he could do that role for me. He would be more. I would see him in a Xavi kind of role, number 8 role.
Mm.
yeah, see the Prem. You talk about the physicality and all of that with the Prem, and that's fair. Physicality definitely has its place in the game, but with those small guys, it's all about football IQ, position and movement. They make all those Joe Lintons and all the rest of those big freight trains just look stupid.
Just
Look how
remember,
Barcelona's little players run around Newcastle.
just
They
remember,
couldn't dispossess
The Premier
Pedri.
League is 1 or 2 seconds quicker than most leagues in the world. I think it's the quickest league in the world.
It is, yeah.
You can have all the
Well,
technical
yeah,
skills, but if you've got a Joe
from
Linton
A to
running
B.
down on you when you're not expecting it, what can you do? He's just gonna barge you out the way, you know?
Or
Odegaard's,
he can budge you out the way and take a card
yeah, he's done that
because
twice.
you're going to move the ball around him,
We'll
which
see.
is
I hope he can.
which is what Pedro did to him,
Mm.
and just made him and Guimaraes look stupid. They couldn't dispossess Pedro, and Pedro is a little guy. He's how tall is he? Maybe 5'6", 5'5", 5'6", and
I thought he was
he's
taller than that.
nope, he's 120 pounds ish. He's a little guy.
Shoot. Yeah, but
Yeah,
that's La Liga, man, where the game is slower.
It is slow. It's a
it's not
different game.
it's not so much. They played Newcastle with Barcelona played Newcastle, and I don't know if you
Done
saw
well.
that game. I
Done
don't
very
know if you
well.
saw that game. They couldn't dispossess Pedri, and he's one of the smallest guys on the team.
Mm.
Yeah, but it's not
It's all about
always.
IQ.
But in the Prem, it's not always about what you can do on the ball. It's about what you can do off the ball, and the challenge would be if you can break up play as well. You know, recover those balls, especially when it's open play. You know, on the counter and stuff like that. That's where I would fear for a La Liga team in the Prem, because on the ball they'd be great, and the possession stats would be great, but. Would they be able to withstand some of these counter-attacking plays from the Crystal Palaces and all these like, kind of crazy teams? Crystal
That's
Palace is maybe the wrong example, but
that's
yeah, maybe the wrong
that's
example, but you know what I
but
mean?
then again, that goes to what I'm saying. You know that lone pivot, he
Mhm.
doesn't necessarily need to run around. He's got maybe a 6 or an 8
He's got
working in tandem with him. All he has to do is disrupt. So all you need is a little quick guy just to cut off the pass,
Mm.
and somebody else will mop it up.
All right,
That's
boy.
all you need.
So enough about my team. Yeah, we're top of the league. It's there for everybody to see.
Stop
So
showing off.
we'll just
For
leave it
now,
at that. All right. So how do you guys see the Premier League so far? What do you think of the league so far?
Ah, it's tough to call it this time. I mean, for this
yeah.
season, I still think Liverpool, despite the struggles now, will come back in the second half of the season.
Mm.
I still think, we should definitely take Liverpool serious. I think they're a genuine contender, and I'd give them I'd rate them above Arsenal to take it all.
Okay.
They got more firepower,
Liverpool,
haven't they?
yeah, Liverpool, Arsenal. I'd probably put Crystal Palace between Crystal Palace and City. Hey, Crystal Palace will
They don't
finish
have
top
the
four.
legs, man.
Mark my words.
They
No,
don't
they
Mark
have
won't.
my
the legs.
words. They
I
will
don't.
finish top four.
I don't think they've got the
Remember, they're gonna have injuries and stuff, man.
legs.
It's whether their squad is gonna be deep enough.
Yeah. But I tell
Bubblegum
you
and
what,
rubber band. They'll make it top
I
four.
tell you what, that Mateta striker guy,
He's horrible, man.
yeah, he is. He's banging in goals as well, man. That man
He's
is
a beast.
man off the ball and thing, and just slotting it in. Like
He's a beast for real.
he reminds me of Drogba. But
Yeah,
did you?
yeah. Very physical. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. I didn't take him seriously, but he seems to really do well. And the thing is, they bought your player last season, didn't they? Yeah, Nketiah. Yeah,
You know the funny
and
thing about that? He scored against us his first goal for Palace, and I think he went
mm,
maybe 9 or 10 games without scoring for them. And his first game against Arsenal was when he scored his goal against us. Typical. It's
and then
always
you don't see him again.
it's always
Hmm.
we've got this curse on us where our ex-players always seem to score against us.
Yeah, we have the same thing, man. I think that's a football thing there, man. You know what I'm saying? They get more up for it, don't they?
I guess so.
Hey, and that's my top four anyway.
So you're saying Liverpool,
But
I think you're
Liverpool,
saying Palace, man. I'd give you money on
Arsenal,
that.
uh,
Palace,
over
and
City,
then City.
over
Yes,
City. Wow.
yes.
That's
There's
ridiculous,
there's
man.
a certain stagnation that's gone on with Manchester City, and it will take them the entire season to fix it. And
Get down, yeah.
the in the relegation battle, Mark, what color would you say your jersey is?
Claret.
Okay, there's only one team. There are two teams currently playing with that same color jersey, and only one will finish in the Prem. And them boys from Lil Heath, they're
Mm.
gonna go through. Them
From
Birmingham boys,
from little where?
Lil Heath, them
Is that where
Birmingham
they're at?
boys,
Yeah.
them Birmingham boys will do it.
The Brummy boys, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I would definitely, I wouldn't bet on Villa going down. Far from it. I'd expect Villa to be in the top 10, and I believe West Ham would be there too. So I can't speak for Burnley, but I'm quite confident of our chances. I think we've had a tough start. We've had a lot of London derbies. A lot of the teams that we've played and lost to.
There's my tiny violin for you, yeah.
Mm,
And then
yeah, I'm just saying. I think obviously, if we had a great start, we wouldn't have our manager right now, and our new manager is very much equipped for the challenge ahead. I'm very confident with with his style, his experience with Wolves, and with Nottingham Forest. Both teams, I was impressed with him
right.
he
while
was
he's
very good
manager.
at Valencia. I mean, I like Nuno as a coach. Nuno is a very good. He plays very attractive football,
Yeah, my
and
man. Yeah.
yeah, he may be very difficult to deal with. He may be a difficult person, but his teams always play good attacking football. I got to give him that.
And I've seen it already in two games that he's tightened it up a bit. You know, obviously we
Yeah,
never got the result against Arsenal. I don't think he was looking to get a result against Arsenal. I think he was just making sure we didn't embarrass ourselves because we have got slapped up by a few teams lately, and that's what I want. As I said, I just want my team to be competitive. You know, and we've got a good spine to the team. We've got Max Kilman, who he's used to playing with before. He's restored our goalkeeper Areola back in goal. I think that was the right move.
Yeah,
I think, yeah, I think even
I think he froze.
yeah, it looks like
was
it's
a penalty. Pardon?
Yeah, he
all
froze
right.
for a minute.
Mark, give us
Yeah,
your top four and,
my top four.
where
Right.
Sam will finish.
So my top four would be, yeah, I have to agree with Ollie. I think Liverpool will probably take the title. I think just based on their experience
Mm.
and the quality in their team, it's going to be very interesting to see how Isak how he gets on this season. But I put them number one. I put Man City number two.
Oh, Jesus.
Arsenal Arsenal three. And and no, actually, let me start again. Let me start again. Actually, controversial take. I just remembered. I have to stick with my prediction from the beginning of the season. Chelsea's going to win the league.
Huh?
I think Chelsea's going to win the league. Yeah, I think I'll say Liverpool's going to come second.
Yeah.
Arsenal third. Chelsea fourth. Man City fourth. Yeah.
And where's West Ham coming?
West Ham probably be 10th. I'd say something like that. Yeah.
Just one question, one interesting question. You're the most legendary team in the EPL. Where do you put them?
Who's that for?
Most legendary team, United.
You mean the laughing stock of the league right now? Oh
I
Lord.
think it's yeah, go on, Jay.
14th right now. I would say they'll struggle to get eighth with that manager.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna give you guys my top four. Mark, apart from that Chelsea nonsense, I think you've got it right.
They're
So
world champions. Just put it out there.
and
Just put
forget
it out
about
there.
them, man. I think Arsenal. I think we're gonna win it, and th this is not me hoping. I think we're gonna win it because we've got a better squad now. But I think it's gonna be tight. I think it's gonna be tight for the top three. I think it's gonna be Arsenal, Liverpool, and City. City might finish maybe 1 or 2 points be, um one second, 1 or 2 points from top. I think it's going to be tight because I think people are sleeping on City, man. Look at Haaland. Haaland has what, 9 goals already?
Yeah,
He's on fire.
yeah.
Huh?
They just got to sort out the defense.
Yeah, top four. I don't think Chelsea are going to come near it, man. I think
Have you
Palace
seen the
might.
way they've been playing?
Who?
Have you seen the way they've been playing? Chelsea are a serious team.
Yeah, I have.
Because there's an argument to say Casado is the best number 6 in the league.
Mhm.
The number 8, the Argentinian boy, he's on fire. I
Enzo,
think, yeah, Enzo, he's on fire. The striker who they brought in from Brighton, Pedro, is it Pedri? No,
Um,
Pedro.
Ped, Pedro,
João
Yeah,
Pedro.
um,
João Pedro.
João Pedro. Yeah.
I rate him. I think he's a game changer for them. I think he's exactly who any aspiring team to win the league should have snapped him up because he's got the perfect blend of athleticism, eye for a goal, and skill. So I think that was a brilliant signing by Chelsea, and obviously you got the boy. You know what I'm saying? Like how you do it, how you do it, the cold thing.
Cole Palmer.
I'm saying you got Cole, yeah, you got Cole Palmer, ice
Hey,
cold.
you know he's Caribbean, right? Well, his dad
I
is.
know.
Yeah.
Yes, Saint Kitts,
Yeah. Yeah.
and you know his favorite artist is, isn't it?
Cartel, innit? Yeah.
That's right, man. You know what I'm saying? Real recognizes real, rude boy. You see me?
Anyway, Ollie.
Is that what Rice said to you guys? Touch trigger, may not touch people gone.
Ban that youth, man. Ban that youth.
Yo, what are you talking about, Banda Youth, man? The man came through your academy, won you your first title in God knows how long, and you're saying Banda Youth. That's not
Yeah, he's not wearing the right kit right now. So
opinion. He's in the right kit. He's in the right kit. All right.
I think I just started a war.
no, it's all good. There's no animosity.
Anyway,
I said it last week. We're good with Rice. Rice is
All right,
okay.
so not much more time. I guess you're trying to ask me La Liga top
yeah,
four.
talk to us about La Liga, man, quickly.
Um, La Liga top four.
Yeah.
Boy, it's very difficult because La Liga is real ping pong right now. But I will go Barcelona first, Real Madrid second, um, Atletico third, and Villarreal in fourth.
Oh, okay.
The Yellow Submarine.
Yellow Sun.
Yeah, as far as La Liga right now, La Liga is always in a state. It's the quality keeps dropping, and we will see that for the next maybe 2 seasons with the current president of La Liga. I think he's put a real stranglehold on the teams because no one can spend any money. If you look at teams like Sevilla, Sevilla won Europa League 4 times in a row, and their expenditure on the transfer market this season was $250,000. No one's able
Wow,
to spend any money in La Liga.
crazy.
Real Madrid spent over 100 million, but I think the amount of money Real Madrid spent in this transfer season, which is top spending team in La Liga, I think when you compared it to the Prem teams, I think they were equal to fourth from the bottom. I think they spent as much as Crystal Palace or one of those smaller teams,
That's crazy.
traditionally smaller teams.
Yeah.
Yeah, because yeah, so this La Liga needs a regime change.
Mm.
As far as the football seems competitive, but the quality keeps dropping. It's become a lot more physical. It's a lot more like the Premier League right now, but it's no one can spend any money. You had smaller teams like Girona 2 years ago, who were able to make a really good run and finish third in the league, and they weren't able to spend any money. They have to sell all the teams end up selling all their best players just to balance the books because of the stranglehold.
Mm.
And for some teams, you have to bring in, for each euro you spend, you have to bring in €3 or €4. So if a player costs 30 million, you have to bring in 120 million. And you just can't conduct any business with that. You find really talented players being sold between teams in La Liga for peanuts. And in the Prem, those very players would run you up over 100 mil.
Yeah, but that's extortion on the Premier League side. You know, we're paying
Well,
too much money for players now. Way too much.
While that is true, that is very true. I agree with you. Spent way too much money on players. Still, you're expected to pay what the players actually valued at.
Yeah.
And you get young players like say Pablo Torre, who you don't know. He's a former Barcelona player who got sold to Mallorca for €5 million. He's a player who is potentially as good as Pedri, say, to be given enough time, given enough time and practice. Trust me, Pablo Torre is a very good player. Don't sleep on him. He is a very, very good midfielder, and Pedri kept him out.
All right.
Yeah.
Ollie.
So, yep. Time's up.
Yeah, time is up. It's unfortunate we run out of time. I want to